right, dude. Episode 2. We made it.
We're here.
Sophomore episode.
So this time, obviously, we have a guest, a good friend of mine, Naser, and he was the first person that came to mind whenever we thought of the idea of having people on. So
thank you. Happy to be here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hold up.
Man, you guys got to open a beer. Not fair.
Noob. Rookie mistake.
The pleasure of hearing a fresh crack. So what is this all about, basically? What's the format here?
So the format is we roll a dice. The dice that's behind Cesar's computer over there lands on a genre, and then someone comes up with a random song title. We put that into an AI lyric generator.
Okay.
And we all go off the same lyrics, which I up this time. Real bad. We came up with 2 sets of lyrics, and we chose one, and I accidentally went off the wrong one. So apologies for that, but I hope you still like the song.
Yeah, the bad thing is we can't show each other our songs, so I would have never known that he wasn't using the same one.
Yeah, I had a feeling, and I was like, I'm going to ask. And so, yeah, I f***ed up. Sorry, guys, but I'm excited to hear yours. For real, yeah.
I'm excited. So what was what was specifically the genre on the dice that it?
Rock.
It was rock.
So rock. So rock is very open.
Exactly.
So I'm curious to hear what y'all came up with.
Exactly. That's the best part, is not knowing what everyone else is doing, because rock is so broad. We could
extremely broad.
Yeah, I've known you for so long. I know exactly what.
You might not be surprised at all. I'll be surprised. I'm curious though, because you and I have had such a metal background, and not just metal, but everything that ends up being extreme, whether it's fusion, jazz, instrumental stuff, never really had a rock era together. Right. So that's why I'm curious to see what this guy came up with.
Right. So a little bit of background on what he's saying. I've been playing in bands with him for like 15 to 18 years.
Nice.
Everything from death metal to jazzy prog rock.
Yes.
To I don't know, crossover thrash.
Yeah. we were always local musicians bands. Everybody in the crowd was other musicians.
Yeah.
Watching us.
Musicians music.
Man,
music.
I grew up in a small town called Nocona, and we were like neighbors with Wichita Falls. And Wichita Falls used to have that camaraderie.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it's like that anymore. I think it went through a dip. I think it's coming back. I haven't been there in a while. But I was in bands like that too, where it's like the rest of the crowd was just the other bands.
That's fun. It's still fun to get out there and do it. We didn't care.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we obviously weren't doing it to get big and famous. No. We went different ways with our lives, but I still play every day. I'm sure you still play very often.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This has been therapeutic for me, this podcast, man.
I'm glad. It's gotten you back into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always been into it, but, once I had the kid, it slowed down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And, this has given me the opportunity to make myself right and to, put my skills to use where I've been rusty for a while. So.
I'm glad to hear that.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
So do you guys roll the dice live on the show, or
we did?
We did.
Okay.
For the first episode we didn't roll it live for the first song
because it's already picked up.
But on the last episode we rolled it for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which landed on rock.
So for this, at the end of this episode, we'll do it for the next.
Sure. One. Cool.
Yeah. Unless it lands on death metal again.
I don't know, man. Hey. The power's in the die.
Yeah, that's right. You got to respect the dice.
I said we need to get it like a 20-sided die.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Genres.
You need to, man. Yeah, there's so many out there. I mean,
Well, and I'm the same way. I come from a metal background, so I've dabbled in other genres. I think if it lands on country,
I can't stop thinking about that.
But
it's been in the back of my head.
I know.
What am I going to do for that?
So, Chris, are you mainly a guitar player, or do you have a background in other instruments?
Mainly guitar.
Okay.
Never considered myself like crazy. Like I'm a guitar player. I'm a rhythm guitar player. I put it that way. I'll do like leads and stuff, but I don't do like the I assume you play quite like him with the kind of,
Oh yeah, he's sick.
Well,
He's
we always had a respect for each other, so we would give each other space to do whatever. But I think we would both agree that a solid rhythm's what kind of where it's at. I mean, the style of music that we're really into. I mean, the riffs are more important than the solos usually. So
Yeah, I like to riff. I'm a riff guy. I just never got into that style of playing so much. I respect it. Like, Between the Buried and Me is one of my favorite bands.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
it's like,
Yeah, Alaska and Colors are some of my favorite albums
absolutely.
for sure.
I think
Yep.
when I met you was right when Alaska came out.
I think so. Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, I remember you had that CD. I don't think he liked Between the Buried and Me, and he was driving. You had that Astro van.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Alaska album ended up getting stuck in the CD player, and he ended up jamming it so much. This was prior to everybody having MP3s and stuff.
Of course. I had
know.
the same. I had a CD in my car.
I mean, there
You're
were
dating
MP3s
us.
out, but everybody had the ability to play in their car yet. And he ended up jamming it so much, going back and forth around Dallas, that he ended up liking that album because he just were forced to listen to it so much.
Yeah, because I didn't want to listen to the radio.
It's better than the radio.
Yeah,
It's better than the
I
radio.
love that album, man.
yeah.
Alaska. I had the same thing, man. I had the CD. I went, drove to Wichita Falls with a buddy of mine, bought the CD, and we drove all the way back to Nocona, and it was raining. And then there's that song, It's Raining.
Yeah,
And I was like,
Yeah.
that moment was just so cool to me because that was the first time I heard that album, and it was just like, it was a moment. It was a moment.
I could see that. I love that album, man. Front to back, it's amazing.
Colors, though, is my favorite. And I think a lot of people agree with that one.
Yeah, Colors is definitely like an epic, I guess, from start to finish, themed. And
Did you listen to Colors too?
no, I haven't. I kind of, I knew that. I think they've put out an album or two since then, right? There was Colors 2 and then like one or two more.
Colors 2 might be one of the last ones. If they did come out with another one, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Great
know.
Misdirect.
Yeah, the Great. I forgot if that was prior or after.
They're actually touring right now,
Yeah.
or they're about to. We're 2 nights each city. Colors 1 and Colors 2.
Oh wow.
I hadn't checked them out since they kind of came back and released albums again. I remember, I don't know if I was with you or not, but we saw them live. A really random lineup. I think it was the Black Dahlia Murder and Children of
It was-
Bodom. And
Oh,
I
Buried
never
and Me.
got
that
to
was
see
a House
Children
of
of
Blues.
Bodom.
And if you know BT Bam, they have long songs, and I want to say they only played like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And that was the only time I saw them live.
That's so funny you say that. One time I was at a Sounds of the Underground festival.
Yes.
And,
We've talked about this.
yeah.
We were both there.
Yeah. It got rained out, and Opeth only played 2 songs.
It was maybe 3, but it was like 2 long songs and a short.
It was Demon of the Fall for sure,
Yeah.
and then maybe Deliverance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lamb of God headlined that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 11th hour. So how do you guys like roll into it?
So last time we did Paper, Rock, Scissors, which I can't wait to get the emails on that.
You mean rock, paper, scissors?
That's what I call it.
It depends if you're from Wichita Falls
I know.
or not. A little bit different over there.
There's some differences. So I mean, we did the darts this time. Insert video here. All right, Chris, here I go. All right.
All right, nice. Let's see where I can get it.
He hits me in the head.
Throwing a dart in years.
All right. You hold this. You go.
I haven't thrown a dart since Flying Saucer days.
Where is it?
Right there. That crack.
And so I guess that means I'm going first because I got closest to the bull.
Yeah, Chris is actually good.
I hit the wall. I missed the board completely, but I haven't thrown a dart in years.
Excuses. I'm just kidding.
Excuses.
So I guess I'll go ahead and pull up mine.
Mine wasn't much better.
Caesar almost missed.
So I really am. I'm like actually embarrassed that I did the wrong lyrics for this.
I think the important part is that you wrote a rock song.
It is rock, and I
better
can't
rock,
wait
man.
for you to hear what kind of rock. So without further ado, Friends with Benefits, Chris, world premiere.
World premiere.
Let's hear it.
In the shadows of the city where the neon lights glow, there's a tale of passion and desire, the only one we both know. With electric chemistry, we indulge in secret games, friends with benefits, intertwined in passion's flame. Love's forever free, oh how it takes a toll. Living on the edge, searching for our lost souls. In this reckless world of pleasure and no names, friends with benefits, entangled in these chains, in these chains. We dance through the darkness, unspoken desires ignite. A midnight rendezvous, seeking solace in the night. No strings attached, just a sweet taste of sin. Friends with benefits in the world we belong in. Friends with benefits in a world we belong in. Love's forever free, oh how it takes a toll. Living on the edge, searching for our lost souls. In this reckless world of pleasure and no names, friends with benefits, entangled in these chains, in these chains. But oh, my dear, how long can we pretend that these stolen moments will never reach an end? Never reach an end. Heart starts to crave more than just a secret affair. Oh, friends with benefits, will this love ever take? Love's forever free, oh how it takes a toll. Searching for our lost souls. In this reckless world of pleasure and no names, friends with benefits, entangled in these chains, in these chains. Love's forever free, oh how it takes a toll. Living on the edge, searching for our lost souls.
Wow. Yes.
Dude,
Well, thank you.
that's awesome.
Tons of questions.
Oh, shoot.
So how do you guys do this? Do you analyze the song and stuff right after you hear it? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay, so love the big chorus.
Dude, yeah.
The big chorus thing is awesome. Love the big chorus thing. Love the dude. You got pipes, first of all.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
thank you.
You got
And then-
pipes.
That's surprising.
I think one of the things I struggled with was I was not blessed with vocals.
It
So I
took me
just-
a long time to find where I sit. Like, for me, it's like the tone of my voice I don't like. Like, I can hit notes.
Dude,
it's the
I'm the
tone.
same way.
You were hitting notes.
Same way.
That was sick, man. I like the halftime feel, the big chorus, nice pipes, man. I like how you used the reverb on the snare to where it wasn't carrying, like it was gated in a way. It's almost like you used like the high end of the reverb only or something.
It's a plugin, CLA. I forget what it's Waves. It's a CLA plugin, but they have like the guitar one, the drums ones, and like so the guitar or the snare has like a gated reverb.
It's gated nice because it really cuts through, but it doesn't like overlap and overhang. I like that a lot on that snare. It sounded really good. How do you write so what are you using for those drums? Is there a certain software you're using, or do you have a drum set back there, like an E-kit, or like what are you doing exactly?
Everyone laughs at me when I say this because it's a little old school these days. I use Reason 5 to program the drums.
Wow. Okay.
Guitar Pro 2.
But I found I found samples. I forget what it is. I really should find out for the next episode, just so I can give those guys a shout out. But there's a free.
You can plug it in, maybe.
Yeah, there's like a free sample kit out there that's like metal, but they have like different styles of metal drums. So I use the kick and snare. I programmed in some other stuff just for to write the song, and then I play my overheads, toms. So all that was live.
Really? Okay, cool.
Just on top of the kick snare samples.
Okay, and for that, are you using like a MIDI controller for that, or is that like done like on an E-kit, or like how are you hitting like the toms and cymbals?
Those are all a legit kit. Tama Rockstar.
He records that on top of the circuit.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it gives it live. It gives it that live feel.
So you said live, you meant that's
live.
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay. I didn't know if you meant like you had like a MIDI controller and when you hit record and you're doing it and then, lining it up right after that.
Right.
Yeah,
no, it's all legit. I have cheap ass cymbals, but they're doing the job.
They sounded good, man. It's all about, the room and the mix and
So I have an idea, but I want to hear from you. What were your influences coming in as far as the rock thing goes?
Radio rock,
yeah.
Okay, yes, for sure.
So I don't know why I chose it, because I don't listen to it anymore, and I almost despise everything I used to listen to.
Interesting. I took the opposite of
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, it's like I go back and here where we live, 97.1 The Eagle, that's the style I was trying to go for. Oh, not with the big chorus so much. I just added that.
That was like Bon Jovi big.
But
that was big chorus.
Motley Crue or something.
That was like 10 beers deep.
now
Everybody swaying to it. Man.
I guess that might have been like my subconscious 80s style rock coming out of me, because I love that.
For sure, yeah.
Def Leppard. I love those. Def Leppard, honestly, the big style. And it's funny, I wore the shirt that day.
Yeah, I was like, are you giving me clues?
And I might have been. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Definitely arena rock vibes. For sure.
Arena picks.
Yeah, man.
But ultimately, I was trying to go for the radio rock sound.
I think you nailed it, man. That sounded really good.
That sounded really cool, man. I was not expecting that.
What did you do for guitar recording? Did you mic up an amp, or was that plugins, or
all plugins?
Nice.
So 2 different ones I stacked this time.
Okay.
I got the you could kind of hear the grit on some of the the chuggy verse parts. That was the Gojira Neural DSP.
Yes.
And I stacked that with the CLA, but the guitars one, and it's a little less gritty.
How many guitars did you record?
2 for rhythm, and then 2 for lead.
So when you say 2, was it 1 right, 1 left, or you meant like 2 for right and then 2 for?
Well, I stacked 2 on left, stacked 2 on right.
Okay, that's gotcha.
And then same with the lead, stacked 2. They were more center. I think I spread them out a little bit, but yeah,
sounded
same
full,
thing.
man.
Hell yeah.
Sounded really good.
Awesome.
I use that CLA plugin on vocals too. Sick.
When you find something you like, I'm the same way.
It's a little old now. I think it's been out a while, but man, it does the job.
That's what's important. It's not about the newest, thing out there. It's about what do you have in your toolbox and if you know how to use it or not, really. That's kind of how I see it, because I don't have a professional background in it, but I've been doing it long enough to where I have some old tools I still like to mess around with, but.
Well, you sound like you've been doing it a while.
Yeah, he does all our stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
This is, like I said last time we did it, I don't know anything about it, man. I'm literally learning as we're going
Hey, and this
because
is
I've
a
been so
great
used
space
to
for
this guy doing all
I
my
know,
stuff.
my
Yeah.
problem is I know about it. I know it. I just don't know how to make it sound good still. I'm still trying to figure that out.
He's lying.
He did show me some of your stuff at work one day.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Full disclosure.
I apologize for your ears bleeding.
No, actually, it was fine.
Yeah, sounded great.
Thank you
But,
for Deep Elm for providing beers.
Right. All right. So,
Was it standard tuning?
no, well,
Half
yes,
step down.
it was because I was in E.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
standard.
yeah. So, yeah, that was the other thing. I usually record in open C, not open C. Drop C.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one I did was drop C.
Yeah, me too. That's why it was funny because I think we were almost in the same key on Naked Men on Horseback.
I think being 3 guitarists up here, we mentioned the drum kit. We have to mention what guitar you recorded on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's a good one because
Yeah.
the first song, episode 1, I used the Warrior, the Jackson Warrior.
Nice.
This one I used the Gibson SG.
Okay.
Yeah, standard.
Nice.
So yeah, no, I was really. It has that better rock quality to it.
Yeah. I mean, I needed that for my song, and you'll hear why later. But
All right.
No? Right about now?
I think you're next.
Actually, you're
partner.
next because you hit the dartboard.
Yeah, it's
Sort
the
of.
very edge of it.
Is this going to be a thing every?
It better. I mean, it needs to be. It comes with the territory. We're all dads with guitars, and
It's funny, man. When I was setting up the camera, I was trying to set it up in a way that it doesn't add 20 pounds to me. Because, dude, the last episode, I looked so fat. I wore black to slim down a little. I noticed you wore black, too.
Caesar just wears black.
You know what? For the last video, I didn't. That's,
He was looked
Out
like
of
he was getting ready
character.
for a baseball game.
yeah.
So what made you want to go with the Jackson Warrior? That's a pretty extreme shape.
I was an extreme teenager.
Nice.
Really what it was that I was in a band that was it was right when scene was like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Scene kids.
Yeah.
And my whole band doing the hair, the tight pants.
We were doing it, man.
I literally did the exact opposite. Baggy pants, metal is long hair, and the Warrior. That was my stance. I was like, the scene stuff. I'm going metal as
Yeah, there you go.
and
you,
that's what I did.
Were you into a lot of like new metal or anything?
Yes,
Okay,
unfortunately.
I think we all.
No, that's hey, that.
That's probably a starting point.
Like
for a
I
lot
like
of
I
us.
said earlier, man, like most of the stuff I used to listen to I despise now.
You know, I'm the opposite. So I was not into that stuff when it came out, but I appreciate it now. I was not into new metal stuff back then, or even like Limp Bizkit back then. but
Now there are some okay, love Limp Bizkit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, guilty pleasure.
Hey, I like them too.
Dude, I used to jam all that stuff when I was younger.
yeah.
I didn't. I hated it.
kind of stopped listening to it for a while, and then as he says, as I got older, I also just when you go back and you're like, you know what, knowing what it takes to write some of this stuff,
I think I didn't like it for I was so opposite of the people that were into it that I didn't want to be
That's
like
a
them.
fact.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, that's
Being
for
a young, angsty teenager. You have a certain image in your head of yourself, and I wasn't driving with the new metal crowd.
Yeah.
But getting older, you look past all that, and I definitely appreciate the music for sure now than where I did back then.
I say I despise not all of it. There are ones that I still go back to and listen. Dude, Korn has some cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Slipknot, cool. Now
Yes.
I just can't listen to them as much as some people I know.
No, yeah, for sure. I think I slowed down after Duality era, but
Duality was great.
yeah, Duality's great. We actually played that at our high school talent show one year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. The talent show never happened, but I was queued up to do the Beastie Boys song, Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
Me and the dude were like gearing up, getting ready to do No Sleep Till Brooklyn. That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all actually ready to do it. We all practiced up and everything.
Oh, yeah, practicing and everything, yeah.
I actually met him at the high school Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
It was like
cool.
all the high schools.
In our local town.
Yeah.
Nice.
My band
Yelled
won.
into the microphone, sorry.
Nice.
Here we go.
Whoa, what you got over there? Ooh.
Crispy.
Oh, it's the Dos Equis Amber.
That's why it had
nice.
to be. It had to be the amber because when it was crispy but a smooth pop at the same time. It was a very smooth.
If you guys
pop.
want one.
I will trade you.
We still have plenty. But they're gonna be gone. Well, I'll take you up on one. And you're more than welcome to have any of these.
Yeah.
Same.
Seriously.
Same. All right, Cesar. Are you ready?
God, I can't.
Are you guys ready?
I'm not ready.
Hold on. I do have to say,
You gonna preface it?
you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to ruin anything.
Yeah, no,
Go for
don't
it.
say
No, no,
anything.
no.
I don't
Go
want
for
to
it.
Fine, don't play it.
Go for it.
Caesar, Friends with Benefits, world premiere.
In the neon lights, we ignite the flame. The room for rules, just playing the game. We're rebels breaking free with no regret. In this tangled web where desire began.
Vibrato.
Nice.
We dance on the edge, living on the line. No strings attached. We'll take what's ours. One desire, but like a fire. In the darkness of paradise. Friends with benefits in the night.
That's cool, man.
Lost in pure delight. In the city streets, we're hiding in the crowds. A secret where temptation shrouds. We're breaking all the rules, chasing the thrill. Promises, just a moment. Our bodies collide, electric and raw. In this reckless dance, we ignore our falls. We live for the now, no looking back. Our desire, forever in our eyes. Our desire burns like a fire. In the darkness of paradise. Friends with benefits in the night. No, we're lost in pure delight.
Nice.
Our desire burns like a fire. In the darkness of paradise. Friends with benefits in the night. No, we're lost in pure delight. Our desire burns like a fire.
Oh, fade out. Nice, dude.
You've been listening to a lot of Ghost lately?
Wow, you say that, and yeah, I could definitely hear that. No, I have not.
that is Ghost meets Loverboy.
I was going for like 1975 to 1982 prog rock.
Let me nail it for you right now.
Okay.
That was Haunt meets Billy Joel.
Dude,
That's Haunt. I'm not sure if you know who.
I like that.
I'm not sure if Chris knows who Haunt
I
is.
don't.
You need to get familiar with Haunt.
Okay.
You know
Yes.
what? I think you would really like that band.
All right.
Retro
Yeah.
mural van style rock. But
Okay.
they're doing it today.
Right.
And
Right.
it's really, really good.
Yeah.
It reminds me, I mean, maybe not the same genre, but the Darkness is kind of doing the same.
The Darkness is solid.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite bands right there. As
Me
far
too.
As
That's
rock
where
goes.
that's where I get my highs. I've
Justin
sang
Hawkins.
along with those songs so much.
Yeah, they're good, man. They're big, but I still feel like they're underappreciated over here.
Oh yeah,
They're awesome. They're awesome.
I say that, but at the same time, I went to go see them. It's almost been 10 years, but I went to go see them at the House of Blues.
Yes.
The crowd singing was so loud I had to plug my ears.
Wow.
It was the loudest show, but not because of the show. It was the crowd it was like
Wow.
Duran having to like.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
So Cesar, you're new to recording your own music.
Yeah.
How was that challenge-wise for you? Because I mean, when I heard the riffs, I was like, these are still Cesar riffs. These are still hard-hitting.
There was a lot of
There can't be any blandness here. This is a Cesar riff. for
Nice
sure.
segue, by the way. You're better at this than we are.
there was a lot of YouTube certification going on, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, YouTube University, for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of information out there, and it's all on there. There's no hate there, for sure.
No,
what's
that's how I
funny-
learned how to build guitars.
It's all there.
What's funny is that he hasn't questioned anything about my vocals, and what I was going to say before this,
I'm going to. but
Okay.
go ahead. I was getting there.
I was going to say, for as long as we've played together, he's never heard me sing.
I was gonna say, dude, that does not sound like you.
Okay.
By the way, I was gonna, dude, props, because I have never heard you sing. That was, dude, you have
Okay,
good.
hold on.
It doesn't sound like him.
Okay.
And that's what I was gonna say too. It doesn't
hold
sound. I was
on.
like, this is you, right?
I heard
Okay.
layers though. I heard layers.
So, the performance was me, but not the tone of voice. I don't know how that program works.
What did you
So
use?
really?
I know how to sing, but I hate my voice. I hate the way it sounds. So there's a program.
Are you a closet pitch perfectionist? Have you just not been diagnosed with it? Is that like what you mean by I can sing? And
I don't know.
I think you might.
We're talking about perfect pitch or something else?
Perfect
Oh, okay,
pitch.
okay.
I think he hasn't been diagnosed with it.
Diagnosed? Is that something you're diagnosed with?
I think so, because how else would like somebody
I definitely don't have it.
a professional musician, somebody professionally musical would have to, I think, tell you are, I think, right? I don't know.
I don't know how that works either. Yeah.
So it's called Automy.
Automy?
Yeah. And you put in your vocal track, and it has different people that it's like a plugin.
So it was Tobias Forge from Ghost?
No, it's just
$20 for that voice.
it's just like a rock voice, but it's my singing.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting, dude, because it didn't sound like you at all.
so it's a vocals plugin. It's a vocal
Right.
plugin that revoices your voice.
I love where you're taking this, because this is kind of like part of this whole thing is
Exactly.
we're allowed to do whatever we can
Exactly.
to make the song happen.
Yeah.
I think once I get more comfortable with the sound of my voice, I'll probably just leave it alone. But I thought this was very fitting.
I think that's cool, because like for example, one of the guitar plugins I have is Bias FX, and one of the things you can do on there is revoice your guitar to, like, I could be playing I don't know, let's just say I'm playing a flat wound jazz semi hollow. I could make it sound like a Strat on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I can make it sound like a humbucker shred guitar or something.
So same thing. It's not going to make it sound any better.
yeah,
It's just going to change the tone.
Well,
the way
yeah,
the guitar sounds.
it revoices what you're putting in,
Yeah.
and you can select how it's coming out.
Ever since we've been doing this podcast, I've been flooded with advertisements of like play guitar into this plugin and it gives you a bass. I'm like, it's just
I need
no.
that. I need that because I don't have a bass. I need that. I was telling Caesar, like,
Caesar just bought a bass. So you didn't
Yeah,
use
he
it?
did. Well, I
did.
didn't think to.
Would you use it on
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Cool.
I
I wish I would have known.
I was about to say, because you were like, you
Borrow it.
hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Man.
Yeah, I needed it, man, because I used to just use an octave pedal, like a built-in octave pedal plug-in to make my guitar sound like bass. And there's times where I can't ever get it to sound right, so I didn't even do that this
Okay,
time.
that's how Smile Empty Soul plays live now.
Really?
Yeah.
It gets the job done. If you can tweak it right, it gets the job done. Good job, man. It sounded really good.
Hell yeah, that was a sick song, dude.
Your mix,
For real.
in my opinion, your mix sounded good, man.
Really?
I mean,
Cool.
that's.
It did. It sounded really good.
I'm not sure how many things you've recorded and bounced as a complete project.
This is the second song.
So I would say that's pretty good. Yeah.
See,
If I could go back and show you the second song I'd ever done, you'd just be crying laughing.
I was sending Cesar songs the other day, and it was like bounce 13, 14.
Yeah,
He's like, Jesus,
exactly.
man.
I was like, dude, thanks.
I'm like, each one of those is a truck mix. I go out to the truck.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So were you doing something similar where you'd bounce it, hear it on your phone, hear it in headphones, hear it in your vehicle?
I
Go
would.
back and like tweak a few things.
Yeah,
or-
so I have some monitors, and then I would do the headphones, and then I would do my truck on the way to work.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Sounded good, man.
I
Sounds
did
good.
my song truck to work for almost a week before I perfected it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be on the way to work. I'm taking notes. It's like, gotta lower the kick, too much bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what guitar plugins were you using for that? Because that tone was solid
Dude,
tone. I'm not sure how much you mixed it or what or.
I was trying to
Or
get
what?
away from it just because I used it last time on the last episode,
Pliny.
but I used the Pliny plugin again.
Yeah, that's
for
a solid
Neural
man.
DSP.
That's a solid plugin.
so good.
You can't. I mean, you can record a
I've heard nothing but
album.
good things.
Yeah.
I need to
It's
look
awesome.
into that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Neural.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you doing for your drums? Like, 'cause, I mean, I've known you for a long time. I know how you do your drums and stuff, but I just want to ask you, how'd you write those drums and what did you do?
Yeah, so my writing is the same process as, the last time Guitar Pro.
Yeah, Caesar. This guy is he's a Guitar Pro wizard.
He's been pushing Guitar Pro on me so hard.
Dude.
He's been pushing Guitar Pro on me since Guitar Pro 3 was out. And like, what is it at now? Guitar Pro 8 or 9?
15.
No, it's...
Is it past that?
Dude, I don't even know. Wait, actually, what do I have? I have 7.
He's selective of which version he has because certain versions do different things.
Dude, I
He's
used
not-
5 for a long time.
Yeah, I remember you would not leave 5.
I couldn't get past X or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
I remember that era.
I used 7. But so I programmed the drums on there, and then I actually used the Crim drum set.
Yeah, nice.
So
So
Bogren.
oh,
digital.
Bogren, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a super metal kit, but I messed with it a little bit. I thought it sounded okay for.
That's the drum kit intended for like raw, like black metal kind of style stuff, right?
Yeah, just death metal, black
Yeah.
metal, extreme metal, I guess.
But
you
of
could
course,
say.
you can tweak things
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
liking, on the computer. So
And then the bass, just.
So how long? So Chris, how long do you think it took you to write and record and finish your song?
Just based on, coming home, doing dinner, all that stuff.
family life, father,
Family
work,
life, all
yeah.
that. It was
Same
about
boat.
a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you think all that took you? Like, given the, in your spare time, because you're a father, you work, your husband, all that stuff too.
Dude, it took me a while.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Part of it being me just being inexperienced with it
Okay.
and
Yeah.
just looking stuff up, trying to get it right and trying to give it, do justice for it. But the vocals definitely took me the
Okay.
longest because I was so
That's the
just
hardest part.
in I don't
our
like
world,
the
right?
way my voice sounds.
Yeah, that's the hardest part in our world. I mean, we picked up guitar for a reason, I think, and
Yeah.
stuck with it, but
The process I'm so familiar with. I've got like a formula
okay.
down, but so like I have almost my entire idea done within the first night.
See, I could probably say the same thing, man. When it comes to like sitting
Right.
there writing Guitar Pro in front of me, map it out, lay it out, whatever, and
Right.
short amount of time. The solo did take me a little while. It wasn't your typical metal solo, I guess.
Reverb.
But yeah, man, I was definitely listening to a lot of Kansas, Queen, stuff
Nice.
that I can't ever even dream of singing. And
That's legit.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to tell y'all my approach. I feel like we took completely different approaches.
good.
Well,
And,
That's good. I mean, because
I feel bad because I feel like y'all took it I didn't. This is y'all's show, and you guys have the
Apparently
idea.
not. It's your show today,
Well,
buddy.
you know,
I know, man. He's like taking control.
Caesar doesn't.
No, that's
I'm
not
not
a
mad
bad thing.
about
That's
it.
not a
I
bad
like to
thing.
talk, and I'm a big talker. I don't shut up. I apologize, but I feel like y'all took it. I don't want to take anything away from my song, because I am happy with
Being
it. But
modest, he always is.
you guys took it to a different, serious kind of level than what I did, and I think you'll hear it. You'll know as soon as you hear
Well, it's
it.
funny because the comedic part to me was the high pitch, but you guys were like, yeah.
Well, I can't sing. I can't sing at all. So I took a completely different route on vocals. You'll hear.
Yeah, I'll show you my raw vocals later, but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot to talk about after my song. I'll put
Okay.
it that way. There's going to be some questions for me, and
All right. Well, let's get to it.
So,
So, Naser,
yes,
Friends with Benefits,
yes.
world premiere.
Y'all gonna die when you hear the lyrics. The vocal.
Already love it. I want to pump some iron right now.
Hell yeah.
Questions. So,
Hold on. I already knew you were gonna do this.
I mean, clearly we're going for a Judas Priest vocal vibe.
So,
AC/DC.
yeah, AC/DC.
Oh, okay. I was
I-
getting Judas Priest out of that.
Yeah, well, I
I
can't
was
do
getting a little Rob Alford.
I can't do any of them, so that's why you'd probably get one or the other. But huge AC/DC fan.
Cool.
When I think rock, like my favorite style of rock is really simple, stripped down, hard hitting, like AC/DC basically.
That was more complicated than AC/DC.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
for sure.
Well, I don't want to dog AC/DC, but because there's
Well,
and you're not.
There's goodness in simplicity.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I can't sing a lick, so I just thought it'd be fun/funny, and not to disrespect what you guys are doing, because y'all actually put effort into singing. But I kind of did it as a joke for a few bars, and I was like, you know what?
Maybe it was a joke, but it was pretty
No,
cool.
dude, it sounded great.
I was like, I'm going to put a compressor and some reverb, and I'm just going to try to sound like Bon Scott.
What was I could feel it panning.
So what I did,
It's like it's almost like there was a filter of some kind.
so I have clip distortion mixed with like a compressor. So kind of the panning actually was probably the pitch corrector I had on there.
Oh, okay.
It was trying to, I kind of had the key in there, and it was trying to correct my vocals as much as it could. If I turned this off, you wouldn't really hear much of a difference, honestly. It wasn't pitch correcting that much because I wasn't actually singing.
Which pitch corrector is that?
This is just it's a built-in Logic.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And you can, let me pull it back up. It's actually pretty cool. You can actually, you can have it go over certain scales. You can tell them what key you're in, and it'll kind of pick whatever the closest note you're in when you're singing,
Right.
and hit it. And it's busy. When you hit play, it's busy. Like you'll see it. It's at A, D sharp, F sharp, C. It's all over the place, like real fast. But I try to put a decent compressor on my vocals. That way, it sounds nice and even. When it's, I'm not a vocalist, so I might not be trained well enough to be at a certain distance the whole time. So some parts are louder, some parts are quieter. So obviously the compressor.
You know what? I had problems with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went to school for this,
yes.
and it still took me till like 2 years ago
Yeah.
to learn that you gotta squat.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta. It doesn't feel natural when you're doing it, but when
Yeah.
it sits in the mix,
Yeah. In the mix,
It
you need
feels
to.
better.
It brings all your lows high and all your high kind of medium. How long do you guys think it took me to do all of this?
I already know the answer to that.
I think I already told you. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, a week.
About 2 hours.
Really?
Well, I'm just really versed with Logic, and
Yeah.
so Cesar was always a Guitar Pro kid. He put all of his ideas into Guitar Pro. I would dabble in Guitar Pro, but I got really used to putting all my ideas in Logic. So I kind of found like a really efficient workflow, I'd put it. So, I mean, I can start with 0 ideas, and every now and then would end up with like, I wrote a whole 4-song EP in like one whole weekend, I mean,
Right.
it just kind of find a workflow and a software you like. And
That's how I am with Pro Tools.
yeah.
And it's, I'm sitting here looking at Logic, and I can see that it's more friendly towards
It's very
songwriters.
user friendly, very
I mean,
user friendly.
it's an Apple.
It's just I'm
Yeah,
afraid
it's an
to
Apple
like.
product.
Well, I'm afraid to move over because I'm like I've been using Pro
Dude,
Tools
with-
for almost 18 years.
Okay, but dude, with
It's
your
like I'm like a
experience-
surgeon in it.
Yeah,
Which
but with
is-
your
which is
experience,
amazing,
that's
which is
probably child's play.
Yeah, I mean,
Seriously.
I'm really big in going with what you know.
Yeah.
So if you're at home in Pro Tools, why change anything? But if I see you're using a MacBook right here, if you ever wanted to mess with something different, there's not a huge learning curve here for you going from Pro Tools to this.
Yeah.
You know
Part of
what
the
I mean?
reason why I stuck with Guitar Pro 5 for so long.
Yeah.
I'm still using Reason 5.
Yeah. But, for my amps, I have Bias Effect 2, I found this neat little amp right here. What'll it be? I forgot what it even was. I think I downloaded
That was
it.
a cool guitar sound.
It was, it's called Danilo Strat. I'm not sure if that's referring to something I don't know about, but it mixes up like a Hendrix style Marshall with a 69 Plexi, which are probably similar amps, but just one's modded,
I also went with the Judas Priest thing because the tone was very Judas Priest as well.
Yeah, I was trying to go for Brian Johnson AC/DC, but
What about the drums?
the drums. So funny you say that. So I was writing drums with. I'm not sure if you've ever used Logic's drummer, their smart drummer. Logic has like an AI, I would say, kind of smart drummer. I'm not sure, Chris, if you're familiar with that or not.
I am not.
I would do this, and then I'd go down to. I was using Get Good Drums Invasion Kit. So I dragged it to Get Good Drums. Let's see which kit I was using in Invasion.
He's going so deep into this.
I thought this was the stuff y'all wanted to talk about.
And hey, I'm all for it.
So I went down, Get Good Drums. If you guys know Matt Halpern, Misha Mansour from Periphery, Nolly, those guys,
Yeah.
This is their software, their VST. I mean, it's some of the best stuff you can buy. It doesn't translate accordingly, however.
To remap it.
Yeah, so there's something called standard drum MIDI, right? And it's kind of like a universal drum language, I guess.
The amount of symbols.
Yeah, so I know. So so Get Good Drums Invasion doesn't go off of standard MIDI mapping. So I use a software called MIDI Remap. So I would have to drag that AI drummer waveform into a MIDI track, export that MIDI track, go to my remap website and remap it to Get Good Drums Invasion kit to do all this. It sounds like a lot more work than it really is.
So the real question is, you did all this
Yes.
in 2 hours.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just one of those guys where if you put a guitar in my hand, I can just kind of come up with something.
He's the one that actually sent me the drums back because I didn't
Right.
have a decent drum software for the first song. And I sent him the MIDI files for my Guitar Pro drums, and he sent me that back with that kit. Oh, no, it was a Misha kit, right?
I did yours on the Misha kit, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Which it's literally called Misha's favorite kit, I think. Let me see. If you go down here. Yeah, Misha's favorite kit, high CPU.
Speaking of Misha, I'm flooded with that ad too, the clarity compressor.
Yeah.
I need that thing.
Those guys know what they're doing, man. They're marketing themselves to, their whole thing is like, they did it themselves, you can do it yourself, I mean, they have an ear for it, it just comes with the territory, man. If you can write and direct music, you should be able to
Sorry,
learn how to
every
record.
time I put something down, it's like clink clink.
Funny enough, the ads that I was getting was for vocal stuff.
Really?
Every ad,
You know what
Really?
ads I get?
vocal stuff.
Here are the ads I get. I get learn how to play guitar on this.
Oh man, I love
ads,
the
I
guy.
get those
too.
I
I
love
get
the
those
guy
too.
that's like, you don't need to learn scales.
The newest one is some lady playing acoustic, that's how I learned or whatever. I'm just like, the algorithm AI is just
It's a little off.
it's a little
Yeah.
off. I'm not searching how to play anything. I'm searching how to do this and that,
Yeah.
But
Well, in the interest of time, should we, Naser, random song title, go.
milk memories.
Sorry.
I don't know about that one, man.
Just random. Was this supposed to be for something?
That was
next-
was my fault.
Next episode.
Oh, the next episode. I'm sorry. I might just want to go off the dome here. I'm about 4 deep, so I apologize. Night Watcher.
Ooh, I like
that.
that one.
All right.
Yeah.
That's set in stone.
Okay, Night
Said
Watcher. Night Watcher.
Okay.
I thought you wanted to be funny for a second, Chris. I apologize.
Hey, that's the thing. I'm all for funny, but I don't know what
these
AI
lyrics are
would
not
do with
serious.
that.
These lyrics have been so bad.
I'll tell you
man.
what it would say, sorry, I cannot help you with these types of requests.
Night Watcher, though, that's good.
Night
like
Watcher.
that.
It's good. Do you want to roll the dice? You want to
Yeah. Nos, go for it.
Huh.
have that honor?
There's a lot of computers here to roll dice. Let me kind of fold mine up, and
Last time I just did it right here.
You
on
can
the
do it
floor.
next to you.
You don't have to do it on camera necessarily.
it's going to be on camera.
Okay.
How dare you guys change the format? Just kidding.
I did it on the floor last time.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Just kind of toss it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got more space over there.
Oh. It's very blotched out, but it is Southern Rock.
I can't even read it. Southern Rock. Okay.
Southern Rock. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Night Watcher, Southern Rock.
So is this an invitation to do a Southern Rock song with you guys, or?
Absolutely not.
I will not be back, ladies and gentlemen. I am not invited back. It was nice being on this episode. No invitation to return.
Maybe we should have been clear about that before we told him what to do.
No return guests. Dork. Doofus.
So Southern Rock it is.
Southern Rock.
Yeah.
Have fun with it, guys.
Night Watcher.
Night Watcher.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Dude,
This was
absolutely.
fun, yeah.
You took the reins and made it fun. that was no, really, man. You asked all the right questions. I love it.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So thanks for watching and listening, everybody. You can find our podcast anywhere you watch your podcast. No, listen to your podcast.
Yeah, listen to your podcast.
You can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Again, our email is it's at Yahoo. It's tonalcontention@yahoo.com. Yahoo, if you give me some money, I won't do that anymore.
Gmail doesn't like us.
So, tonalcontention@yahoo.com. Email us, whatever. If you think you could even be a guest,
Yeah, why
if
not?
you're around the DFW area, Dallas, Fort Worth, let us know.
Nice.
So,
We'll also, as we said before, eventually upload these just to, if anybody wants to listen to them.
yep. So, yeah, we'll upload the songs individually to YouTube as well.
Right, yeah.
And then eventually, we will be releasing all the songs as seasons.
Right.
How many songs do you think it'll be for a season? I mean, because, like, if we have 3 people, most episodes.
I think a solid 10.
Oh,
It's not my
right.
show, but I think a solid 10.
So, like, once you get up to, like,
I didn't even think about that. That's a
10,
lot of
12
songs.
songs per season, maybe?
That's a short season, though.
There's no rules.
No rules. We make the damn rules.
That's your show.
You heard it here
If you feel like a
first.
season's done, a season's done.
Yeah, I guess whenever we feel,
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Structure will come later.
I know 20 songs for a season might be overkill, but we could do it.
I was thinking 15 actually, but
Oh, okay. Hey, I like it.
15 song album or a season. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
this has been great, man.
It's
I'm
been
really
awesome.
happy that
Thank you
came.
for being here.
Pleasure, guys. Hope to come back in the future.
You will. You will. For sure.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
So we're gonna search up some lyrics or
Man.
potential lyrics for Night Watcher. Okay.
What do you got?
Moonlit Guardian,
Ooh.
Ooh.
the Night Watcher.
Spooky.
In the heart of the deep, dark woods, where the shadows dance like they should,
Ooh.
there's a spirit in the night, a moonlit guardian so bright. I won't give any more lyrics away, but
Oh, that's a good start, though.
I think we're gonna go with
Southern
this.
rock, though.
Can you have
That's
blast
the
beats
thing.
in Southern Rock?
Of course.
Okay.
You've been listening to
Tonal contention. It was
Like your dog's like, what are they doing? You can't see, but what's that beautiful dog's name?
that's Lydia.
Lydia's like, what are these gentlemen doing?
Dog is super slothed out.
They do sloughed out like Danny Carey on Nick Badia. Lord have mercy, he was comfortable.